Okay, welcome to Agency. We are going to be looking at an execute towards the Windows area of Agency, which is normally covered by forming positions. One guy potentially in connector, one guy almost certainly in balcony, one guy almost certainly on T-stairs, and quite often following a push as you're setting up, a guy may well push into this area in the Windows room covering the stairs. So one of the interesting features of this particular execute is that we are always going to look to cross so that we can position ourselves into this side area and on top of the balcony area here. Not so far that we can be seen, but just so far as that we can set up to execute. So if they're not smoking it off, then we will. And the additional benefit, I suppose you could call of it, is that it will quite likely bait a player to play in this position over here. And we kind of want that because that's going to be one of our pre-fire angles. So there'll be two spots we pre-fire after we drop the smokes: is pre-firing towards the balcony and pre-firing towards this area here, following a flash into the site. So one thing to cover first is that this is a three-man execute. The other two players are going to be responsible for pushing towards the office area. And the music will disappear. Okay, so one player to push towards the lobby area balcony, just to watch over bathroom, any pushes for any terrorists. Second player is to hold a passive angle towards the office area. Nobody seems to be if you're not hearing any noise or anything, potentially try and clear it out, but try and wait until the executors at least started downstairs, just before starting to clear that out.
Flashbang.
Obviously not with that flash, which is terrible. The other point of this player is if we do get a push towards the office area, then it is worth leaving this area to provide secondary support to the player holding the passive angle here. The main thing is to stop that one player or two trying to push through it. This 5-man rush, you're probably dead anyway, but you need to try and take as many of those as you can with you. So that's the main role for those two players. But the main part of the execute will operate towards the side room in front of Windows, which is these four main positions. So we have one player who is responsible for holding this left angle. They will be smoking this off if the terrorists don't do it for you.
Covering the smoke.
Also to cover for anybody potentially trying to push through the smoke, or they'll just leave this side open. So allow the other two players, one to position downstairs here, and the second player to position up here. So the two smokes that need to be thrown here is at this balcony area, pushed right up to the pillar. You want to position yourself at the very top of this lamp, and just a single tap forward through. It's worth noting actually that you will want to destroy this glass to potentially throw smoke, although this smoke will go over that. You do actually need this cleared for later on to actually boost up there. So hugging this pillar on this balcony, look at the top of this middle light and tapping forward and through.
Smoke.
That gives us a nice deep smoke, and the entire point of this is that we are going to jump up there to basically start our assault on the T office hostage. So that smoke will take care of any AWPer sitting there. Even though it's just above his head, you can see his feet. When you sat in that smoke, you won't see a thing. So unless he actually moves all the way out, he'll be leaving himself very vulnerable to the flash that comes out on the execute. Second player is going to set up on this pillar and just focusing on the G for old G. where the blue line meets the grey, run forward, and just before you hit this, you want to
Throwing
release the
smoke.
blade. Doesn't have to be super precise. It's going to cover the majority of this area either way, but it does need to be a run and throw, otherwise the smoke's going to land about here, and it's going to leave a big gap for crossing. So we'll have those two smokes. Now, as I said before, we're going to have a smoke cover in here to cover either our crossing, this third player. That's all 3 smokes used from these 3 players. So this player will then, once those 2 smokes drop, as the smoke disappears, this player will want to drop her flash into this area here. Potentially, if we can afford it, the player who has thrown this smoke will want to then drop a volley here. If not, their job will be primarily to move across to pre-fire and play to kill that guy. Once that molly drops,
Flashbang out.
well, drop a flash, that's going to hit all 3 players. This guy's going to be smoked off, this guy's going to be smoked off, unless he moves to this section here, in which case he'll be heavily flashed and very visible as soon as we move open. So that will leave the guy on the balcony. The idea is that the flash is going to get him to move away, and we do have, at that point, 1 player who's going to be moving forward, clearing that position, clearing towards the stairs. The balcony player can move out again to pre-fire towards the balcony. He can always jump down onto his chair to get to join the others. And again, while the pillar player is clearing out this side, you'll be wanting to pre-fire towards this balcony area, supported by the player who will be pushing out there. So you're double peeking the guy in balcony as we peek the guy who's pushed up close. So what does that mean in terms of what will that actually achieve? So what we will have is the smoke that covers us here, and we'll quickly throw those. Should point out actually there is option to throw a Molotov towards here to clear this area as well, but that you are leaving yourself vulnerable. You are going pre-fired, but if you are clear, then definitely, if you've got another spare Molotov, drop it through there. It's a dangerous spot that you are going to have to watch, but you are fairly safe from here and here, so it's really just one place to watch, unless there is someone rather sneakily holding this angle. Very rare that you see somebody hold this angle, but just to be aware of it. And with 3 players pushing into Windows Room almost simultaneously, then you're going to generally have to be able to try and cover most angles, or react, at least in trade, to any kills that happen. Right, so I'm just going to throw this once again. So once moving forward, the two players are going to. One player is going to sit on the top of these stairs. The third is going to sit here and get up onto this balcony. Oh yeah, this guy actually needs to be standing. So. So he'll crouch down, you can jump on the head. One jump so that they can stand up again, and then just jump onto the balcony. This should be about the time that the molly, if a molly's thrown, should be free. But you should be here, and you should be very quick to hold, to take that angle, and then this angle. Either way, you are safe from each other angle as you move side to side here, so it's a very powerful position. You can even see into the room here. Again, you need to be vulnerable here, but you'll be checking that first. So you've now got 2 players on the stairs, holding towards the balcony area. They're going to support,
Throwing flashbang.
drop flashes as this player moves in. And then it's going to be very much freeform. This player should be taking care of the guy in office. Hopefully maybe clearing off any towards the here. These 2 want to be moving upstairs. Knowing this player has office, you shouldn't necessarily have to check that, but there may well be a guy sat here. So it's generally going to be one of the first places to check. Check, 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 and check. Check, 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 and check. So we should then hopefully, and it's possible we may lose a player along the way, but hopefully it means we've got a player playing stairs, we've got a player playing towards the front hall. As the boost is happening on those smokes, this is the time, because of the distraction that they cause, you definitely want these players to start pushing through from office. If you can, then it's always worth popping that window, and just drop in
smoke.
fairly simple smoke towards the office, just to watch towards, so that you can watch for people rotating from this side without worrying too much about it. Alternatively, we can work towards
Covering with smoke.
smoking towards the left-hand side, but then you do have to be wary of that guy stairs. But this guy should be taken care of by the guy on balcony. So it's all about timing. So once that goes off, you go out the guy on balcony, and push up, and even just maybe quick jiggle peek, because that guy is probably going to be dead very soon. You may only have to worry about the guys on the stairs, potentially a guy still left in connector, and towards this one. After that, it's really going to be seeing and reacting to how they move. So by they're taking this hostage here, or from the other room, you really will have to react, depending on how that actually operates. And that's basically my plan for a Windows executor.